Chunyan came to Canada from Shanghai, China in 2007, academic advisor at Memorial University, and impacting the lives of thousands of students as the International Student Coordinator. Welcome to the screen, Chunyan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chunyan Zhu. I work in the Academic Advising Center as an academic advisor at Memorial University. I came to Newfoundland in 2007, and I've been living here for 14 years. I'm a mother of 3 children. All my children were born in Newfoundland. Today, I'm going to share my experience and perspectives towards how COVID impacts on my life as a member in the Chinese community here. Next slide, please. Oh, sorry. Keep that slide. Look at these 3 pictures. The left one was taken in the Chinese New Year in 2019. That represents our past normal. The right 2 pictures were taken just 1 week before the 2020 Chinese New Year. Our boys were practicing Chinese Kung Fu and the girls were practicing a traditional Chinese dance for the New Year celebration. Everyone involved was working so hard. We had been practicing for almost 4 months until we were notified just a couple of days before before the celebration that all the events would be canceled due to the COVID outbreak in China. Everybody was extremely disappointed, but we understood the situation. Next slide, please. At that time, we didn't realize that much worse situation was waiting for us. COVID had brought increased incidents of racism, discrimination, and violence against Asians. To help prevent a potential spread of the virus and the rise of discrimination, to build a good reputation, people in the Chinese community here in Newfoundland made calls for self-quarantine to those returning Chinese students and the workers, even before the global pandemic started. In order to encourage people to volunteer to self-quarantine, one of the group members offered his several rental apartments for free to those who wished to self-quarantine. We spontaneously formed a volunteer group to help people in quarantine purchase groceries and supplies and deliver things to them. So these are 3 screenshots from our WeChat volunteer group. They represent the very common conversation regarding different levels of assistance people offered at that time. Next slide, please. So are things getting better? This is a national report combining the community-based tracking data from various legit sources. From this report, over 600 anti-Asian racism incidents reported since onset of COVID-19 in Canada. Women are impacted the most, reporting 60% of all incidents. Newfoundland occupied a small percentage of the reported incidents. And we heard a number of incidents like anti-Asian racism incidents from our Chinese students and Asian employees, which brought up lots of concerns in the Chinese community in Newfoundland. People working with the international students also wonder why our Chinese students are much less engaging than other groups of students. We are unsure if there was a trust issue behind it due to COVID and the rising cases of anti-Asian racism. Next slide, please. I have to say that I also saw positive part from 2020 and 2021, which working together made us a strong community. People understand each other, share the same concerns, offer help to others, fight racism together. That's something I've never seen before. So this picture shows a group of women volunteers in the Newfoundland Chinese community. Unlike many other Chinese communities in the big cities, the population of the Chinese descent in Newfoundland is quite small. Therefore, people don't have opportunities to be often exposed to the Chinese culture. In this context, women, mostly moms, play a significant role in language and cultural heritage to our next generation, which cannot be obtained from the dominant culture. These mom volunteers worked very hard trying to build a strong community where our children and others can be exposed to the Chinese language and culture. Most of them also volunteered in the quarantine help group to help build a good reputation of our community. Thank you.
Chunyan, thank you so very much. And Nicola, thanks from the other side of the planet, getting up so early and inspiring us.